Listen, welcome to the show. Your story is unbelievable, and I can't wait to tell South Africans. But just tell us, why are you here all the way from Texas? You know, we know you should be somewhere in the world doing what you do the best. What are you doing in SA?
Well, I was invited out here by African Athletics League to compete in an event that they were opening up a stadium in Mzwanduzi to just inspire the youth to get into athletics and see where it can take them in the future.
And yes, she is a world-class high jumper. Not a rapper. You kind of got that, like, you know, looking your cap backwards. But I will promise you, we'll look at the footage. She jumps higher than just about anybody else on the face of the planet, and a tremendous story of just pulling herself up to be absolutely world-class. And then Entle, welcome to the show. How are you, Entle?
Thank you so much. I'm good. How are you?
It's good. I mean, we see you mainly during the days and on the weekends, but
and
now you're with us at
night. Yeah.
And so late at night.
Yes.
But your sporting knowledge, Entle, you know, we see you on
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
It's not very good. But today I'm going to learn. I'm going to go with the flow and learn today.
Hey, it's the sharp end of this. It's going to be sharp. It's going to be difficult, but we'll see. Looking forward to it. You see Entle on Yo TV on weekdays and on Saturdays. So she'll be taking on our Sport at 10 quiz. But let's get into some of the latest as far as the news stories are concerned. And the football. So the big story, though, today has to be from the world of cricket. Because in the world of cricket today, we already heard what was going on. SABC has been made the official partner of what is coming up with the T20 Cricket League starting in November. T20 League is 6 teams, 6 venues, 16 players in each team. And it's going to be the absolute best T20 players that come from South Africa taking each other on. SABC will show you the matches live on SABC3 with our radio stations also partnering in it. The Proteas players have been instructed that if you are contracted to the Proteas, you have to make yourself available for this T20 league that starts in November. And it is going to be too good. There'll be league games, 30 of them, then playoffs, then a final, and it all culminates in December. The announcements were made over the last couple of days. We are the official partners here at the SABC with Cricket South Africa, and we cannot wait to bring you that action. Strap yourself in, both on radio as well as on television. Caetano, I know you're a big cricket fan, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay, Godfrey, you're a big cricket. Now, yeah. Okay, Entle, I know you're a big cricket.
Yes, we'll say that.
You got to go with cricket. And then I'm going to go with the American there. Anika, do you actually have any idea what cricket is?
I've seen it on YouTube, a couple of different.
It's like baseball, but
yes.
But
I don't understand the intricacies of the game.
Kind of like baseball, but the ball gets to bounce, and it's nothing like baseball, actually. Let me not even lie. It's absolutely only thing that is that there's a bat and a ball. Otherwise, don't forget what I said.
No relevance.
Thank you. Let's just move on. Soccer that took place earlier on today. Baroka was in action with Free State Stars. This was the match. Yeah, you know, Caetano, these are 2 teams that you get to play with on a regular basis. And, you know, when we look at these sides, a 0-0 result doesn't really help, right?
Well, it depends. I think for Free State Stars, they've had 2 good results now. They won at home last week, and they got a draw away from home. I think it's pretty good. They got collected 4 points out of 6.
You know, I was reading up the other day this thing about playing away from home, and European clubs are saying that they don't think that the rules need to change. This away and home thing doesn't actually make a difference anymore. I mean, where's the difference, away and home?
Well, when you play at home, you've got some advantages which you have, which you need to maximize in each and every game you play. Yeah, I'm telling you the truth.
I mean, apparently the coaches in Europe are saying that they actually want to apply to the bodies that control football, FIFA, the rules committees, and saying we want to actually do away with away goals counting extra, because for what? It's only a short flight or a short trip around the corner, and then suddenly I'm at a disadvantage just because I'm playing around the corner.
Yeah, if it's a 2-legged, game where you've got to play home and away, where the away goal, rule, applies. But at the same time, I think for me, it does make sense, to have that rule so that, a team which plays away should, get an advantage if they also score away from home.
Godfrey Avum.
Yeah, because I think that sometimes it's an advantage to play at home because maybe you're more familiar with the field, Odlalaguyo, week in and week out, Modlala home, and with the support of your fans. I think you get an extra motivation. The fans become an extra player and you get an advantage. Whereas when you play away from home, the fans from the home team, they become an extra player from the away team.
So former Sundowns player, everywhere was home, wherever you went.
That's the only distinction, obviously, when you play for a big club. For example, at home, when you play for Chiefs, Sundowns, Pirates, wherever they go, they have a support and cool.
So if Gutibane away?
Well, if there's 16 teams, the rule should apply for all those teams.
Okay, Kaitaro's like, I agree. Let's bring him in now. South Africa's one and only sports comedian. He's been doing it for 5 years right here on Sport at 10. 1.2 million viewers every single Wednesday night, enjoying the heavy weight of humor. The Shampoo Nizer. Shampoo Nino.
Hello, Thomas. Hello.
I don't understand. You don't have American accent.
American accent?
Yeah, please.
Dude, I've been having American accent all my life, Joe. Like, hey, man, sucker fool. That's so American, bro. I've been watching New York. I've been watching the A-Team and New York Undercover all my life. Sucker fool. Nick, how are you, man?
No, but he used to say, freeze, sucker fool.
Yeah?
Freeze.
Yeah, we're running out of time, so I just do the last part. Because we have a real American here. Welcome to the motherland. The motherland. Even today, I'm still looking for the mud. I'm like, motherland. No, it's just South Africa. Welcome, man. Welcome. Chill, guys. I think I'm missing something. I've been looking around. Oh, when I Sundowns. Bakai, but your Sundowns have been quiet. What's the about thing? Agiti Bakai, Sundowns, nowhere to be found. And it's this attitude. When they keep quiet for long, when they come back, they come up with the weirdest news. When they come back, you'll hear stuff like, yeah, we've signed Joe Mazon. Sometimes they have issues, they have problems. I've read in the newspaper, it could be true or false. The security guard said he got beat up by Pizo Msima. Now, if my security guard gets beat up by a coach, comrade, coaches don't train. It's only players who train. Then our security one. It's like a Maserati complaining that got left behind by a bench. Anyways, our Pirates are winning. Kaizer Chiefs are winning. What a miracle. It should be a public holiday. I have a video that's showing that in Soweto, Pirates and Chiefs, they are celebrating as we speak. This is what's happening right now in Soweto. Naturena and...
Oh, okay.
This is Chiefs.
Umnat. Sure, young man. No matter. Kaitano, you're laughing. That's a yellow card for laughing. Straight yellow for Kaitano for laughing.
Shout out to Pirates, man. Pirates are on top of the log. Even the Pirates sign abasayitsa so bayira so. Unjani la enzansi. Unjani la enzansi. We're doing it down here. Chiefs are like, sorry, Baba, love and peace. Love and peace. Pirates is at the top. It's the first time they're on the top in many years. They are so uncomfortable. Ogar zoto abantu in full clothing. That's the man. We are at the top, Marasazi. Mati hiti, Asazi. It's happening, Pirates. You guys keep it going. I don't know if you know, man, we have to give a round of applause for the best thing that has happened to South Africa. It's called Banyana Banyana. Banyana Banyana winning trophies, Baba. You can tell Banyana Banyana, they are happy. Even their role models, if you ask any girl, they don't go for these cheesy ones like, who's your role model? Chabubule, the clean. They go deep, Joe. Who's Wena Jani? Who's your role model? But then they shell. They go deep. Like, ba. Banale mata. Always but then they shell. Robson Chichwa. Hey, Batoba mata, Thomas. More fortune Koloba. You know, their role models are strong. So you see, these people are going to win. They are like strong role models. That's why they are winning. Even they are, you can tell.
Godfrey Sapu.
Godfrey Sapu. Yeah, Western Nyerende. Those are serious role models. You can tell that if you have this one, you have a future. Even the music that they play in the I'm with the headphones in. You can tell that they're gonna win, Joe. They're playing like DJ Khaled. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. They are walking in. Bafana Bafana are still held in 96. They're all listening to If I Could Turn Back the Hands of Time. Bafana Bafana, no, man. No, Bafana. You know, Thomas, I think personally, I need to just give SAF and PSL an advice. Guys, Bafana Bafana needs to be coached by Lulendu. Just to give them advice, they should just squeeze something and do some, just squeeze something and make sure that things are happening where they're supposed to happen. Thomas, I still have a problem with the referee uniform. Like the referee, have you seen that uniform, Thomas? I just don't get used to that uniform, the referee guys. Ogar, like when you're watching the game and then the referee just comes in, Ogar packet that is smarties. I have a video here just to show that everyone is confused by this referee. Look at this and tell me if when are you not gonna look.
Let's see your referee. Oh, this referee is dribbling, man. Tackle. Okay. And then push. I'm a Reiki friendly. There's no way.
I mean, that man is a referee.
Yeah, he is a ref. Simulation. You see legends there like Les Ferdinand. Hey, legends came. What are you? I'm not the fan.
Uniform, referee.
You can tackle the ref like this.
You don't know whether it's a referee or it's a pointsman.
But yeah, that actually brings a nice question though. Godfrey, have you ever wanted to do that to a referee?
No.
Don't tell the truth. Somewhere in your career, we said if he wasn't a referee,
I've never been in a situation where the referee has the ball.
No, but even just to go up and say referee, if you were not a referee, make it. Hey.
Yeah,
why is the referee?
Not on air.
You know that ref the final World Cup. You can try, but that guy's 3 times my size. You be like, hey, referee, Shala pants. But you know, shout out to Black Leopards. Yeah. They've never won a game.
That's the Champanizer. He'll be back throughout the show, giving you more with the sports comedy. So stay with us. But what we want to do is hear from you on this topic. Here it is. Who is your favorite to win the hashtag MTN8 final between Benny McCarthy and Caetano Tembu? Both men new in terms of the hot seat of coaching Premier League clubs in South Africa. Benny was there last season, but didn't do it. Caetano Tembu taking over SuperSport United this season. So both men will be trying to put their first piece of silverware on their coaching cabinets as head coaches of their clubs. At Sport 10 TV is where you need to be on Twitter as well as on Facebook. And you can check out the show live streaming on YouTube or speak to me at Thomas Mlambo. After the break, we will talk about that MTN8 final. We want to get the insights. We want to know who's healthy, who's not, who's feeling the strain, and what you can expect over the weekend. And then later, we've got Annika McPherson. What a story. I mean, the high jump queen out of the States, you know, from being banned for nearly 2 years to getting through to the Olympic Games and teaching herself how to high jump. I'm not lying, literally, as a kid, taught herself. What a story. Stay with Sport 10.
Who wants to answer? Mary?
Mary has a toothache.
Oh, I see. And who knows why?
Because her tooth is too big.
No, it might be a cavity in her tooth. That is why I brush twice a day with Colgate. Imagine this is your tooth, and these are food acids that cause cavities. Colgate with calcium and fluoride helps prevent cavities. Who protects our teeth?
Colgate!
For maximum cavity protection.
What up, man?
So, boy.
We are drinking from the same bottle. Cheers, Donayam. I miss you, Joanna.
Man, you don't forget stuff like that. Just you and your friends. Getting lost on the road. finding new places. That's so beautiful. This guy pulls the best stuff, man.
You can like it or you can live it. Get closer with the Renault Kwid.
Every day is Pie Day this week at Fresh Stop. Buy any classic Pieman's pie, excluding burger pies, and a refreshed 500ml energy drink for the awesome price of just 20 Rand. Visit Fresh Stop this October and win big. Buy participating products to enter. Fill up, fresh up with Fresh Stop at Caltex.
She's got it. And now, she has it too. The latest beauty secret is out. Colgate Optic White's Lasting White. With whitening microcrystals, gives you whiter teeth in 1 week. White teeth are always in fashion. Colgate Optic White Lasting White. Have you got it?
Get to Checkers Liquor Shop for extraordinary savings on your favorite liquor brands, like 750ml Clipdrift Export with free firelighters for $119.99 and 750ml Johnny Walker Red with free appetizer for $189.99. Only at Checkers Liquor Shop, right next door to your favorite Checkers.
waseshaka kodwa washaka bile washaka kwesithathu lapha ke uphelela ndaba uthi wematsatsa Pitori phelela le phansi kuyo ke iMTN 8 final kusho yena ke lapha ke uphelela indaba
uyobathatha manje abakhiphe noma abafake la 4 Mamelodi Sundowns iyavalelisa Cape Town City yakuma final imbinza bayobukana neqembu leSuper Sport United.
Both clubs doing it the hard way, getting to the MTN 8 final. You saw there, it's Cape Town City having dispatched up Mamelodi Sundowns, and SuperSport United, well, their journey was difficult, beating Orlando Pirates as well as Kaizer Chiefs to get to the final. What you need to do is dial star 130 star 88 hash to opt in and recharge with 10 Rand or more, and you could win your share of 8 million Rand in prizes, including 1 million Rand and a trip to any game in the world for you and 7 of your friends. Any football game in the world, plus 1 million Rand, 7 of your friends. That's the prize that you can win. And don't forget the last fan standing competition, which is what I just told you about. It ends next week, Friday, so you need to get in and enter now. Do it right now so you can be part of possibly winning that massive prize. It's Godfrey Sapula, Kaitano Tembu, and in our Cape Town studio, we've got Rian Jacobs, the assistant coach of Cape Town City, in that studio there to give us their perspectives on the MTN 8 final coming up. But let me start with the man closest to me, Godfrey. We want people to be there. It's a huge Super Saturday of football. It's being called the Super Sporting Saturday. Why is it so super sporting?
Yeah, MTN Super Sporting Saturday because of there's more activities. The Springboks are going to be playing against the Wallabies at 5 o'clock, and then the big final after at 7, where SuperSport is going to be playing against Cape Town City. So it's going to be more activities this Saturday.
So if you're a fan of both rugby and a fan of football, then you can go to Boktown in Krugersdorp. You can go to the Boktown down at the Crusader Sports Club in Durban. You can watch both of these events. But obviously, we want you to be at the stadium, Moses Mabhida, to be there for the big one.
Yeah, we'd like fans to come in numbers at Moses Mabhida. And obviously, the ticket sales is still only 40 rands. Fans can buy tickets at Ticket Pro and ABSA. And obviously, with the 40 Rand ticket, fans can also witness a music concert where it's going to be started 3 o'clock, Tom versus Maskandi. Yeah.
It was 7.
It was 7. 3 o'clock. So
yeah, you still have
Iskati, so good you can enjoy yourself. Tom versus Maskandi competition tournament concert. And then thereafter, you're going to witness the big final. So with that 40 Rand, you gain more.
Here's my question, though. Am I going to get a great final? Before I ask the coaches, when I give my 40 Rand, I go to Ticket Pro, I can get my tickets at Ticket Pro, or I go to Spa, I get my ticket there in Tengen.
For me, I feel good it's going to be a great final. Initially, for me, I didn't anticipate that is going to be a repeat of last year's final. But having seen the two teams, the way Bayang Akonago final, I feel good we're going to witness a great final and build up to the final in the league matches that two teams have been engaged in. I feel good we're going to see a final with a lot of goals, and I really foresee a lot of goals, a 3-1, 3-2 type of a final.
Yeah?
And and obviously in line with the goals for charity. And I feel that, by the way, Goals for Charity, MTN is in a 450,000 in the kitty. And in this final, each goal scored within regulation time, MTN keep 100,000. So for me, I foresee goals in this final.
I don't know if Caetano is going to agree, because, Caetano, those are the kind of finals we love. But 3-2 or 4-3 means somebody's defense isn't working. Could we see a final like that? Are you actually putting together a team that will come out and play that kind of football on Saturday?
Yeah, most definitely. I think you always go out, to try and, win. For you to win a match, you need to score goals. And I think both teams, have done well in the past, 2 games. So we anticipate a very attacking, game, attacking-minded, game, which can, bring goals.
So in that case, you're going to play Grobler, Keane, and Rusiki at the same time, right?
No, we haven't.
You see, but that's attacking. That's if you put all 3 of them, then I know it.
No, we haven't really made up our mind in terms of who's playing, because we still have about 2 days to really assess everyone.
Is there an injury problem? I mean, what are you still looking to see?
Yeah, in terms of our approach, how we're going to approach the game, that's very key. Especially tactically, and also to see who's ready, physically as well. And mentally, so there's still a long way to go in terms of our preparations.
I need to unpack what physically and mentally prepared for the final means. But Rian Jacobs down in Cape Town, assistant coach of Cape Town City. Welcome to Sport at 10. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Thomas. How are you? Good evening to the gentleman in the studio.
We did promise our viewers Benny would be in that studio. Where is he? Is he okay?
Yeah, he's very well. I'm sure he's with the missus. Stacey's probably at home still recovering from last week's lung surgery, so we anticipate he's probably there with her at the moment.
So, let's get to what it is that you are looking at over the weekend. Tukolo Rantie, that's the big question. Is he going to be fit? Is he going to be ready? Can you unleash the striker on SuperSport United this weekend?
We hope so. We're doing our best at the moment. He's doing a little bit of extra training. He's been out for a while, but he's participated a lot today, almost 90% of the session. So let's hope that tomorrow he has another good one, and then let's see. Maybe there's a surprise in store. But as long as he continues to work, everyone's still in the running.
Who fills in the gap for Tariq Philis? Because he's been colossal for Cape Town City at the back, suspended for the final, huge blow.
Yeah, huge. I agree. He's been fantastic all year. I mean, since Robbins left, Tariq stepped up and he's been superb at centre-back. But we've got quality. We've got Kwasi, Kwanda, the young boy Keanu Cupido, who stepped in and played a superb game against Maritzburg United. He scored the goal. Yeah, we've got options. So, I mean, we've got up until Saturday to decide. But, of course, Tariq will be missed. But we're happy with what we have. So, I think we can put together a good centre-back pair.
Caetano, little sigh of relief, right? I mean, Tariq Philis has been a powerhouse. So many weapons there. Set pieces can dismantle you, and so strong at the back. Surely, it is a slight advantage that he won't be in the game against you this weekend.
Yeah, he's been tremendous, in their last line of defense. He's been very commanding, good centre-back. But at the same time, I think Cape Town City are a very good, team overall. We saw Kwanda and Kwasi doing a good job against Pirates. So they've got, good players, to replace him. So we're preparing for Cape Town City, not really individuals, although we are aware of, the threat of individual players. But what's important is, for us to prepare for the team.
I'm going to throw one name at you from Cape Town City, and I want to hear what your plan is. Ayanda Patosi.
Yeah, good player. Is a big threat, good on set plays, and also he gets into good, areas, good, plays in effective areas, very good technique, and I think we'll, need also to try and watch him, but he's also one player who needs his, his teammates, for him to be able to play.
Not for the set pieces. For the set pieces, it's a one-man band, that, eh?
Yeah, it depends. He's got good delivery, but it also depends the area where the set play is. And sometimes he puts them in good areas, and the direct ones is also a big threat. So we are well aware of that.
Godfrey, are you seeing a goal maybe from Ayanda? Because
No, I really do. And his technical application, I think, are also what the coach is saying in terms of his ability to take set pieces. I think in a set piece he can score a goal. Also his delivery in corner kicks and set pieces, I feel that he's very instrumental in terms of creating a goal scoring opportunity for Cape Town City.
Getting back to Rian. Rian, what have you guys done down there? I mean, Ayanda missed the first 2 games of the season, and now he's in the form of his life.
Yeah, Ayanda continues to work hard every day at training, but as the coaches have mentioned, he's a fantastic technician. His delivery, his approach to the ball, the way he delivers that ball, it's superb. His control, it gets us late tip. But Ayanda is one of those guys, he comes to training every day and he puts in a good shift. He works hard, he applies himself, and let's hope he can only get better. It's good for the team. He really helps us with the set pieces, but as you saw against Pirates in open play, he can cause some damage as well. So we hope he's one of the players that can participate, and then secondly, be on song as well.
I hear there's a worry around Bradley Ralani on the wing there. Will he be fit?
Yeah, he's another player we're trying to get fit ahead of Saturday. I mean, he took a little bit of a muscle strain. I think it was the Kaizer Chiefs game towards the second half. But he's been training as well, and he's a fantastic player as well. Whenever he comes into the big games, he shows himself. And, we'd love to have him available for Saturday. So, amongst everybody else, he'll be competing for a spot either on the left or on the right.
Rian, who's the favorite for the final? There's always that question of who goes into a final as favorite. Who is the favorite?
Well, you look at the form going into the final, it's difficult to say. I mean, the league form is one thing. SuperSport just come off a great game where they've put 4 past Leopards. But until 9 o'clock on Saturday evening, SuperSport are the champions. And if we want to change that, we've got to rock up on Saturday. We've had a tough journey to the final. Arguably, Maritzburg were probably the most informed team last season, playing some wonderful football. We've had to overcome them. And then the champions, Mamelodi Sundowns, we've had to beat them over a 2-legged tie. And we've managed to do so. So we back ourselves completely. We have the tools, we've got the squad, we've got the support of the club. We'll go into the game 100% confident. At the end of the day, we've played SuperSport twice this year. And we've beaten them once, we've drawn once, and they've yet to score against us. So if we can continue that record in 2018, it'll be a good Saturday evening for us.
Fighting words. So, Kaitano, you go in as the favourites. You just heard it. You're the favourites to bring victory, but haven't scored against them in a while. How do you change that this weekend in the MTNA final?
Well, this is a different game. We always try and take, each game as it comes. We prepare the same way we prepare on all our matches. So, this is a different game. It's a cup final. And the motivation is not the same. This is where there are bonuses involved. And it's a once-off game. So I think the team which is better prepared will come out victorious.
Well, both teams preparing. Godfrey, thank you for being with us and saying you think SuperSport United are going to win. Rian, you heard that, right? Godfrey Sapula says you guys are going to lose on the weekend. He's not even going to comment.
I've heard him, Thomas. I'll leave it there.
Just laughs. That's a confident man there. Thank you, gentlemen. Coach, all the best. We look forward to a great final. Godfrey, thank you for your insights. That's the MTN8 final coming up live right here on SABC Sport, Saturday night, 7 o'clock. Make sure you're with us. And don't go buy those fake tickets. The PSL's already put out a warning around that. Don't get fake tickets. Go to the spas, go through to the Ticket Pro, get your tickets for only $40. You can be at Moses Mabhida for the final or catch it with us right here on SABC Sport. After the break, been looking forward to this. Inika McPherson joins us here. High jumper out of Texas in the USA. Her life story is absolutely unbelievable. Drags herself up to become one of the best high jumpers in the world. And she's kind of short. She's not even like these high jumpers are normally up there. And she takes them on and brings them down. Brings down elephants. That's the story coming up after this.
This winter, MediRite brought you the cheapest flu medication in SA. Now we bring you even bigger savings for spring, like Poseidon Antioxidant, only $99.99, and Medical 7 Bone Support Supplement for $109.99. We've got everything you need for less this spring. MediRite, the pharmacy in your Checkers supermarket.
Far, far in the future, I see your name, Mr. Heineken, in all the countries of the world.
And it will taste the same everywhere?
Everywhere.
Not for persons under the age of 18. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
And the petrol price went up again.
Oh, flop. Fucking clip, ada. Sure. Oh, flop.
Don't double up on stress, triple up on value, and save with Cell C Ultra Bonus. That means an extra bonus to call on any network. Extra data, nama SMSs. When the struggle, Cell C Ultra Bonus. A life, it grabs.
Yo, but then it's bad. But it's a clip,
Get on Cell C Prepaid and triple your recharge every time. Cell C, connect your way.
The end of tangled hair is here. The Jean Robert Detangler Pro. The multi-tiered bristles create less resistance with hair as each strand gently glides through for a quick and pain-free experience. Get your Jean Robert Detangler Pro now. If you want your skin to look as youthful as it can, Dermawand is the answer. To prove it, Dermawand's creator treated just one side of her face for 12 weeks. Just look at the incredible results. Get your Dermawand system today. Get these great products from your Verimark store today.
What does it mean to be married? To stick together for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. Men's Clinic International, keeping marriages together since 1996. For help with weak erections, early ejaculation and low sex drive, simply text HELP to 32110 or send a please call me to 072 315 2574.
New Nivea Men Deep Antiperspirant with powerful active charcoal for 48-hour protection against sweat and germs. It's time to change your game. New Nivea Men Deep Antiperspirant. Nivea Men, it starts with you. And for a deep clean against oil and impurities, try new Nivea Men Deep Cleanser.
Is your video data usage not looking so fly? Then get it looking fresh with the YouTube Go app.
These are the people who make double-mellowed Gentleman Jack. Cultured. Refined. As smooth as the whiskey itself. Just kidding. They're the same folks who make Old Number 7. They simply take the time to mellow it twice. Gentleman Jack, double mellowed, extra smooth. From the makers of Jack Daniels.
Reality was not there anymore. It was just nothing. I didn't want to be here anymore. I just started doing any and everything and just went into the dark. I didn't want to live anymore because high jump, that was my life. That's the only way I know that I was still here.
Inika McPherson. That's the documentary that she's working on and is about to be coming out. It's about the life story of this high jump athlete out of the USA in Texas, the 2013 and 2014 high jump USA indoor champion. She's been to the Olympic Games, she's been to the World Championships, and she has also been at the very bottom and been at the very top of life. This story is a good one. Stay with Sport at 10. Inika, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you. Great. Excellent.
Let's just talk about what we heard in the documentary and just a little bit about the docu. Like, where can people see it? When is it coming out? What's it called? You know, what's it about?
Well, it's a bit about my life story, about when I went through the band, through track and field, just growing up from where I started and where I was at that moment and point in time when I was trying to, well, after the Olympic Games. I believe it's called It's Not Over by FlowTrack. You can go on flowtrack.com and look it up. And I believe you have to have a subscription to actually be able to watch it.
I will make a plan because it's not over. We will take a look and see more about your life there. But you speak about the band. So let's maybe start with people there and then we'll take them back to the very beginning. You were banned for 21 months from competing. What happened?
Well, there's so many different anomalies that happened within that time period. I can say it started kind of when I was actually introduced to a different scene, a different way of life. Actually, when I was even younger than that, but I just chose to go towards athletics instead of gang-related activity or anything of that nature. But I had my scholarship taken away from me my 5th year in college, and it kind of like really brought me down. I was really depressed.
So you're studying, you're doing great at college, you're at California, you're doing well.
Yes.
Then they say, stop studying, you can't study anymore.
Well, 1 year I had to redshirt because I had the surgery on my my right leg, my left leg. So that enabled me to have 1 more year at Cal Berkeley. But then they took away that year and said, we have no more funds to fund you for your last year.
And that just destabilized you, that took you off the rails.
It was heartbreaking because I had one way of seeing success as far as being an athlete, and that was to start when you're young, continue doing what you're doing in summer leagues, go to college, do well there, and then transition to the professional arena. But I didn't have that link from college to professionalism. It was college to bloop, drop. You no more high jumping, you can't practice at the track.
So when you whoop, where do you land?
Well, at that point, I really gave up. It was so immature of me to think that life was over just because track and field was over, that I could not high jump anymore, because that's what that was my purposeful way of living life, is to show kids that, hey, it doesn't matter how tall you are, how thick you are, how skinny you are. If you have the will to do what you love, and you have a dream, go at it with all the ambition and have faith in God and realize that you're going to be able to go that route unless you stay focused. So basically, I was not focused at that moment, and I started making decisions that I wouldn't normally make, especially as an athlete, but even more so as a person. Like I said on the documentary, I really didn't care about life anymore. But when I got to that point, I started thinking about the people that do care about my life, and it was like my nephews and nieces. So I had more things to live for than just myself, but having an influence and impact on my family.
I can't even say the word. It was benzoylecgonine, which is what you find in cocaine, right?
Yes.
That's what you tested positive for.
Yes.
So that's the darkness that you went to?
So much more, but that was just one that kind of stuck with me. So when I have friends that ask me about different types of drugs or what they want to try or experiment with, I'm like, don't do it. It's not even it's worth your life or what can actually happen after you tip that domino. So just stay away from it as much as possible.
I read a quote where you said, partying won't help.
Partying won't
and I thought, she must get a T-shirt made that says partying won't help, because that's really deep, right?
Yeah.
You went into that whole party life, and it just didn't help.
Yeah, because I was on a road of self-destruction, and I also was still doing acting, and I still was being blessed by God and still not recognizing these blessings that I was having at the same time where I felt life was over. I still got the opportunity to be in a Sundance Film Festival, but I'm still over here like, oh, life is over, but it's not. And just it was a really strong building point for me physically and mentally and spiritually.
But then, the comeback is the comeback is astronomical.
Yes.
You're out for 2 years. You're banned. You're a pariah in the world of sport. There's cocaine in the background. And then you get the chance to get back.
Yes.
And the Olympic Games are 3 months away.
Yes.
When your ban ends.
Yes.
No one thinks you're going to the Olympics.
I was blessed to be with a coach, Coach Patrick Powell. He was awesome, amazing. And he was just like, okay, where do we go from here? We either wallow in our sorrows or just, blame everybody else, or we move forward. We get stronger, we focus. And he said, I just need you to be here day in and day out, and we're going to make this happen. And that's what we did.
And you did. You went to Rio.
Yes.
With, almost no assistance.
No.
You come straight out of a ban. You got to work yourself, right? You got to get yourself ready. And then you got to go to the US trials.
Yes.
And you got to put it together against people who've been training for a year or more to prepare for that moment.
Definitely.
And you only just started a month before the trials.
No, I started when I was 10.
Oh.
When I realized this is what I wanted, when I realized this is the dream that I have, even though it took so many tries and so many times to go after it, I didn't give up. I kept going after it, restored my faith, having better relationship with God, listening to other people, because I used to always be the one I ain't listening, whatever, I'll figure it out. But actually letting people in saved my life and gave me more knowledge and help.
We're going to a break.
Support.
Inika's going to keep talking because she talks about when she was 10. I want to go back to those days because it's not like she was at a private school with the top coaches that said you're going to be a world great in terms of high jump. And maybe I'll even stand next to her just to give you an idea, because I'm a shorty. And high jump people, I normally look up at them and like this. I'm not going to look up at Inika. She's a miracle. It's coming up after this.
I've always been a storyteller, so becoming a director was a natural route for me. What makes my journey extraordinary is going home to the ones who believed in me from the start.
This is Floyd Mafego. He says it's okay to support more than one team. If Bafana Bafana win, so does Floyd. And if Yala Koto eats Hela Tuka, he's down with that too. This is a man who's always in the company of winners. Lose for what? That's his motto. Will you be supporting your favorite team? Floyd will be supporting all of them. You don't have to be my favorite Zonke to stand a chance of winning 8 million random prizes. Dial star 130 star 8 hash to opt in and recharge with 10 rand or more.
When you're in your 20s, you can pretty much do anything. For Mom, well, it's a whole different story. But I guess in the end, you're as young as you feel.
Don't take credit. Unexpected coming from a bank. But just think about it. Using credit to finance a flashy lifestyle to show that you've arrived won't help you live better. What's new today is old tomorrow, except for the debt that you still have to pay. But do take credit to renovate your home, buy a more reliable car, or pay for your children's education. If that's your goal, then Capitec will help you realize your dreams. Because living better starts when you get credit for the right reasons.
This is Anika McPherson. This is a world-class high jumper. This is a woman who is only 5'4" or 1.60 meters, but is the only woman her height to have ever jumped 1.96 meters. Look how high she gets up, and she did it pretty much all by herself in terms of teaching herself, getting herself out of you know, the life that she began, where it was so difficult in the beginning, and then now she's amongst the best in the world at this. We still got Enika in the studio with us. Enika, let's just look at the height thing. Please stand up for me, because let's just, I mean, look at this. I could never be a high jumper. You're a world-class high jumper. What do the other athletes say, like, when you rock up and you, like, yeah, I'm here, you know, I'm at the Olympics, and they're, like, looking down at you?
Like, what are you doing here?
You lost. They're like, oh, you lost.
No. Wrong event.
The long jump is over there.
Go grab a mic.
But, how have you been able to do what you do? Because it's a sport for tall people.
Yes.
And you're not that.
Yes. Well, I made the decision a long time ago that once I started learning the high jump and loving the high jump, that I was going to be the best that I could be in the high jump. And for everyone, because, you know, when I was younger, I still heard that, oh, you're too short to be a high jumper. Oh, these girls are tall. And I'm like, I can't put no limitation on myself. I can't put no limitation on the God that I serve. So why should I put a limitation on my goals?
But does that work? I mean, it's a physical thing. I want to dunk. I'm not going to do it. I'm too short.
Even when I was like, you know, just even shorter, I was like, I'm going to jump 6'4". People would laugh at me to my face. Like, really laugh.
No chance.
Like, no chance. But day in and day out, those were my goals that I wrote down. I put on the paper. I saw on my wall every day, on the locker, because I believed in it.
Did you come up rich? Did you come up, you know, with every advantage in the world?
Definitely. And I grew up with a single mother. My father was in and out of prison systems. Grew up with older brothers and sisters. Sometimes I was left alone at home because my mom's out there grinding and getting it. So it was just like pretty much had to raise myself, but still got some good influences, pulled out some positive things that were happening around me and going towards that direction.
So how do you learn to high jump? With all of that, you're coming out of the dark, the bad side of the tracks. How do you even learn to high jump?
Oh, be diligent. Really focus on learning the technique, what you actually have to do.
But who taught you?
I looked up on the internet.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
But when I first was introduced to it, my fourth grade teacher, coach, taught us how to do it that day. And then when I saw it again a year later, I went and looked it up. And I had some awesome people around me in the summer track program who also looked up a few things.
The other thing that people are going to notice is the tattoos, the crazy hairstyles. Is there something behind all of that?
To be free-form, free-spirited. You only get one life. Who knows how quickly it's going to go. Just be who you are, love who you are, and as long as you're not hurting anyone else, it should be fine.
How's your trip to South Africa been?
It's been beautiful, eye-opening, mind expansion, incredible. Like, I'm still learning. I love it. Don't want to leave.
Oh, stay.
Definitely have to come back. But it's so beautiful. I love the culture. I love learning more about my heritage.
And what is the plan now? You've been to the Olympics in Rio. You've got a bit of an injury now. There's an Olympics coming up in 2020 in Japan. Where do you fit in all of that?
Well, I'm going to focus on healing, creating a machine of my body to be the best at tip-top optimal shape that it can be in so that I can jump the highest I've ever jumped, to win the world championships, to win the Olympic championships, and then go on forward to coaching youth athletes.
Enika, are you telling me I'm speaking to a future world champion and Olympic champion today?
Definitely.
Is that what's happening right now?
Yes, sir.
If you win, you know the bonus is going to be huge, right? You're going to fly yourself back in, and then we'll do that interview.
Yes, sir.
Can't wait for it. Enika McPherson, thank you. World class. And it's not every day we get a world-class athlete joining us here in the studio. We appreciate the time and the message. Yes. Shampunaiza is not here. I thought he was in the background there, but I do see Entle, who is ready to come and take on our Sport at 10 quiz. Entle, sporting knowledge, give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, umnandanga. Anyway, we're going to test you. We'll find out more. Entle is going to join us after this.
I lock it, pour it, sip it, enjoy it, lock it, stash it.
I like it, pour it, sip it, enjoy enjoy it, lock it, ice it. Grab it, pour it, lock it. Stash.
I just answer when the money calling. We ain't out until my people all in.
Meet George. He's just kinda average. Then meet his wife, Ronelle. She's not average at all. His friends want to know his secret. She says it's because he has a nice personality and makes her laugh. They say, really? Okay, if he must. 3 words, gents. Men's Clinic International. For help with weak erections, early ejaculation and low sex drive, simply text HELP to 32110 or send a please call me to 072 315 2574.
One, two, three, get it. Where the B-boys at? Where they hip hop?
This is Floyd Mafego Zonke. He says it's okay to support more than one team. If Bafana Nebes tend to win, so does Floyd. And if Yala Goto eats Hella Tuka, he's down with that too. This is a man who's always in the company of winners. Lose for what? That's his motto. Will you be supporting your favorite team? Floyd will be supporting all of them. You don't have to be Mafego Zonke to stand a chance of winning 8 million random prizes. Dial *130 *8# to opt in and recharge with 10 rand or more.
How'd you hurt your back?
I was mountain biking.
Whether you hurt your back working up a sweat or elsewhere, Transact will sort it out for up to 12 hours. Transact, for however you hurt your back.
Welcome to today's show. It is 3 o'clock and you are watching Yo TV. It's Thursday and today's career is social workers. There's a saying that says, if you don't like something, get up and do something about it. And that's exactly what these 4 young men did. They came together and told a story. They say that they don't like the way that Africa is perceived and the way their stories are told. So through their photography, they came together to show the rest of the world what Africa is really about.
Enhle Bizana. 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
The journey began on Yo TV.
Yes.
And we saw some of the beginning there, right?
That was the beginning. Yeah, a lot has changed now.
You were 15?
15.
15. The youngest, right? The youngest one of the team that was joining at the time.
Yes, the youngest of the team that was joining at the time.
So what gets you on Yo TV? How do you get interested? How do you come onto the, you know, we see it on weekdays, we see it on Saturday mornings, but how did you get your gap?
So I think I've always wanted to be on television, do something. I mean, I'd see commercials on TV and I'd think, okay, I could do it this way, or I think I could do it better. So I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do on TV, but when there were auditions for a Disney Channel show where they were looking for 3 presenters, I decided I wanted to audition. And I think that's where I truly saw, okay, that presenting is what I want to do. So my mom saw the Yo TV auditions and I was like, okay, I want to do this. So I went there, auditioned, very nervous. I even cried at a point. It was very embarrassing. I messed up my link and I didn't do it the way I wanted to. So I cried. I'm a very emotional person, but I got myself together and I mean, I'm on Yo TV now, so.
You are on Yo TV now. But has television been harder or easier than you thought it would be?
Harder. harder. I think also going in as a teenager, I'm dealing with adults. So I kind of have to make myself mature, get up to their level so that they respect me, and I get the respect that I deserve so we can work together as colleagues and not just, you know, someone who I see as an adult who's older than me.
And then how do you balance that, right?
Yeah.
Television every day, then you've still got matric.
Yeah.
Because I saw the pictures. You just had your matric dance.
Oh
I was like, matric dance. Yo, my goodness, matric dance. Yo. But how are you balancing that life?
I think it's because I'm a very disciplined person. So I know what to do, when not to do something. And it's also kind of knowing where you want to be. I kind of want to have a solid degree, at the same time do television presenting. So that includes both learning at school and focusing in school and also focusing on YoTV. So I know how to balance the two of them together.
So I'm sure there are people out there wondering, where is this person coming from? Where's home for her? Because she sounds amazing. The things she's saying are what we want all our kids to say. Where's home? Where are you from?
I'm from Kutsolo in the Eastern Cape.
Oh.
Yeah, so I grew up there, grew up with a big family. My granny, my mom, my aunts, my cousins. We were just all together, a family in the Eastern Cape.
But Eastern Cape is a sporting province. Boxing, you know, and then you're telling me it's Nandanga at
No,
all.
I have to be honest. My sporting is...
netball.
Okay, netball I know because I played netball in high school. But I mean, I'm not gonna say I know the international
You are in high school.
people.
What do you mean you played?
I mean,
well,
I
to retire.
No,
You're in high school.
Though. I'm in matric now, so I mean, I have to balance my time.
Oh, high school, Here's the Sport at 10 cup, right? It's priceless. You can't have it, but the cakes you can. If you recognize some of these sporting icons, right?
Goodness.
We've decided to put together, you know, some people who were great teenagers at their, you know, as athletes back in the day, some who are currently great at their sports, and just it's current stuff. So let's see what you've got here. This scene here was over the weekend, and he was the guy in the red shirt in the front.
Tiger Woods.
There you go.
Yes.
And he just won. After 5 years of being out, look at the crowd, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's what happens when you come on your TV, right?
No, actually.
Crowd in Gaga.
No, I expected it to be like that. It is nothing like
I saw
this.
tweets today, people asking me just, you know, I want to drop my girl, I want to take, I saw, so they wanted to know. I was like, she's 17.
You don't know anything.
I can't even try. Yeah, 17, not even trying. Now, let's see. This is a teenager who knows his stuff, right? One of the youngest, greatest players we've seen in such a long time. The number 10 for France, won the World Cup.
I was about to say he plays for France and he won like an award, but to be honest, I don't know his name. I mean, I know he plays for France. I remember watching the World Cup.
And he's like 19 years of age.
Can I just say he's fantastic?
He is fantastic.
Hopefully I'll get a point for that.
No, Kylian Mbappe is his name.
Honestly, I didn't know. I won't.
Yeah.
No, I won't now.
And then, finally, the last one, they just won the COSAFA, Banyana. She scored 2 goals in the final.
The blue velvet cupcake looks so good. That's all I can say at the moment.
It looks much better if you know the answer.
If you know the answer, the cupcake's yours. Without the answer, it's going to be tough.
A fantastic soccer player.
Yes.
Banyana.
Yes.
She's loved around South Africa. And that's the most I can tell you right now.
I think that's the right answer, though.
It is, right?
That is
She's
the right
fantastic.
answer.
Everyone knows her.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as Refilwe
Jan.
Jan.
I'll just give it to you because like she's got it's like homework. You missed homework. And
I
then
got
you
it.
came here.
Halfway.
Here's another one.
Oh my gosh! Thank you. Thank you so much.
Obviously, she's starting like when you at school. Do they treat you like normal?
They do. Nothing changed when I got to your
move
TV.
To the
They don't want autographs.
No, not at all. I mean, my friend's dad always jokes about how, hi, Enhle, can I get an autograph? And I'm like, oh my gosh.
You should move to a township school. If you were there tomorrow, there's big about you go assembly. One hour now. Over the last quarter TV. A+. Then you are gone. Tiger Woods, did you see? It was a real life tweet. Following in real life.
It was crazy.
I'm not going to talk more about it, but stay away from time.
I watched it. Enhle, we're going to have to leave it there, but we're going to leave it with the words that we leave South Africa with every single week. And those words are, if you're not watching Sport at 10, what are you doing?
Bagania.
This is a story of 2 gangsters plotting for a big score. You're like losing my money. You know, these scores, they don't just happen. You got 1 week.
Key opportunities are every day. You're a thief. A real thief.